Another court victory indeed. Vanakkam, namaskaram, namaste, salam, sabona, and salutations. So today I was back at my old hunting ground, Escort Magistrates Court. And the reason, well, Yugeshni Reddy managed to get a final protection order granted against me just over a year ago. Now the reason it was granted was that I was not in court, so it was granted in default. Now a final order is valid for 5 years and it comes with a warrant of arrest. So if you violate the terms of that order in that 5 years, you can be arrested and criminally charged. I wasn't going to stand for that. So I made an application to have that order set aside to be dismissed. My constitutional right. Yugeshni Reddy, as expected, opposed that application, which is her constitutional right. I then submitted my replying affidavit to her opposing affidavit, and the magistrate then asked for heads of arguments. Now, heads of arguments contain all your most salient points as to why the magistrate should rule in your favor. Note well that Yugeshni Reddy's affidavits were always drafted by an experienced attorney who was also an acting magistrate, and he also drives a Porsche. Now, my heads of argument were drafted by me. Now, today the magistrate made his judgment based solely on the heads of argument provided by both sides. He did not need a trial. He used the papers supplied, the affidavit supplied, to make a ruling, to make a judgment. And the magistrate ruled that in my papers, I had made a sound case as to why my application to set aside that final order should be granted. And just like that, the final order was gone. It was hanging over my head for over a year. Just to remind you, in 2021, Yugeshni Reddy charged me for violating an interim order that she had on me at the time, 2021. Now, I was arrested and criminally charged. I spent 8 months in criminal court, and I represented myself against the state. That's right, Thanasegaran Rubanathan Murli versus the NPA state prosecutors, and I emerged victorious. I beat the state. In 2022, I filed a lawsuit against the state for wrongful arrest and malicious prosecution. I'm suing the arresting officer of SAPS, his boss, the Minister of Police, the senior public prosecutor, her boss, the NPA, the magistrate, and her boss, the Minister of Justice. Look, the arrest in 2021 was a very bad period in my life, a very low period. Nobody wants to be arrested. Nobody wants to be in court. Nobody wants to be criminally charged. Nobody wants to be front page of the Post being saying that I violated an order and arrested, etc., etc. But every cloud has a silver lining. That trumped up charge followed by the wrongful arrest and the malicious prosecution might just be the reason I buy myself a nice house and a nice car. Nice like that, eh? Tell what you must, tell what you crave. Don't tell a flop with me exam. Now this feature brought to you by KC Travel and Tours, offering a trip to Anfield to watch probably the world's biggest rivalry, Liverpool versus Man United. Will it be another 7-0? You never know. The current rate is 25,500, includes accommodation, hospitality, and your match ticket excludes flights. And I tell you, flights that period going to be pretty high, so rather book early. Tell what you must.
Tell what you must. Tell what you crave. But don't tell a flop. Don't tell with a masala.